Hey guys, you are watching this on the beginning of 4th of July weekend, which is July 2nd. And this is a bit of a promotion, if you will, but again, I wanted to come out here and give you a bit of an update as to where you could find me besides just here on YouTube. Now, if you want to listen to the podcast, I do have a podcast called bwrosas Discussions. And you can find it at anchor.fm, bwrosas Discussions. I'll try to provide a link here on the screen as well as in the description. You can find me there, and by finding me there, that will also let you know that you can find me at various other podcast locations. You can find me at iHeartRadio. You can find me at Spotify. You can find me at Apple Podcasts / iTunes. You can find me at Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Overcast, Radio Public, Player.fm, and Amazon Music. I think I said Amazon Music already, but still, Amazon Music as well. I'm still working on the Pandora situation. I do not know what's going on there. Hopefully I can straighten that out real soon. But yeah, all those places I just mentioned, mostly Anchor.fm, is where you can find the podcast. And what the podcast mainly is it's an audio version of a lot of what you see here on YouTube, like my topics on my mind, my reviews of certain shows and stuff, with MP3 versions of my live streams or whatever the case may be. You could find it at here at anchor.fm, and like I said, at the various other podcast locations that I mentioned. So if you don't want to watch a video and watch me just blather on camera about, my thoughts and things, you can actually listen to it from an audio standpoint and play it back, whenever you want, or stop where you want and then play it back whenever you decide you want to play where you left off. However, Anchor.fm is not the only place to go to check me out. You could also find me at patreon.com/bwrosas. And again, the link will be provided hopefully here in the description. So you got in the description box as well as here on the screen. Basically, this is where you can find me. There are 2 tiers you could work with. A $1 tier gets you a shout out and a recognition. A $3 tier gets you a shout out, recognition, and exclusive content that you can't get anywhere else. Exclusive video content you can't get anywhere else. That's more on the mature side of things than anything I've ever done. More uncut, let's just put it this way, more uncut versions of what I've talked about in the past, but more fully in detail. The only problem is you need to have a Patreon account and you need to select a tier to do that, or else you will not have access to it. Now, for a limited time, you could also find those at deviantart.com under BVW1979. It's a limited time that may not be happening throughout the summer, of course, because of the fact that, DeviantArt is a little bit more open to the public, if you will. The only catch about getting the limited DeviantArt exclusiveness along with the Patreon one is you have to have a mature settings on DeviantArt before you have access to the to those same Patreon exclusive videos that you will get on Patreon through the $3 tier. So again, patreon.com/bwrosas is where you could find me if you are invested. And I already have several Patreon exclusive videos up, so you guys could check that out if you feel like doing it. Again, it's $3 to do that. If you choose to go that route. I've already had one person do this. I've already had one person do the $3 tier, which is, I can't think of the name right now, but they've already done it, and I appreciate the support on that. My goal basically is to get at least 5 people doing $3 tiers, or at least 5 people. Basically, it's like this: 5 doing the $3 tier, or 6. Overall doing, 3 doing $1 tiers, 3 doing $3 tiers, to help me out. So that way, what I can do is open up a $5 tier, and what that $5 tier will be is a Q&A session. It'll be a Q&A session, kind of similar to what Pat Contra does, and Brian Zane does on their Patreon, on their Patreon page, depending on their the tier that they choose to put that on. They actually will answer questions submitted by you, submitted by you on that Patreon exclusive video. So with that said, though, guys, like I said, you can find me here at patreon.com/bwrosas. Now, if there are any other changes in the future, I will let you know about them. But these are the primary financial places you can find me during the summer and during your breaks. And the reason I say financial when it comes to the podcast is because, of course, with any podcast, you do get paid. You do get some revenue out of this. Maybe not as quickly as, let's say, here on YouTube, but you do get some revenue. So, again, you guys want to check me out? You can find me at, bwrosas discussions at anchor.fm and all your various favorite podcast locations except for Pandora. And then, as well, if you really want to truly support, go to patreon.com, select a $1 tier or a $3 tier. The $3 one, like I said, gets you exclusive content you can't get anywhere else, except for a limited time over at DeviantArt, which may cease for the summer because of, it's more public and everything. But we'll see about that. But yeah, it's, we have that going on. And if you want to look at, the limitedness that's, at DeviantArt, again, you can find that at bww1979deviantart.com. You got to have mature settings. You got to have, basically a DeviantArt account, but you also got to have mature settings set to that account so you could check it out. But again, like I said, the two main areas, along with DeviantArt, if you feel like it, are bwrosas discussions at amazon.fm. Well, not Amazon, but anchor.fm. Did I say Amazon? I do apologize. Anchor.fm /bwrosas discussions, as well as patreon.com/bwrosas. Again, $1 tier, get your shout out recognition. $3 tier, get your shout out recognition and exclusive content you can't get anywhere else except for a limited time over at DeviantArt. But again, that might change over time, if you will. That might change throughout the summer, if you know what I mean. But I just wanted to come on here, guys, and let you know where you can find me during the summer and where you can help me out financially, if you will. Now, again, these are just, like I said, two other options to look into, along with what I have here on YouTube. I also have the Brian's Discussions channel, so if you want to help me out with that one, go ahead and check out that one. It doesn't have many videos right now, but if you can get me to at least 10,000 subscribers on that one, if you will, that will be an extra financial backup that I could utilize. But, that's up to you guys. But I wanted to come on here and just let you know where else you could find me during the summer, and especially during this 4th of July weekend. I would really appreciate it if you guys help me out. Because myself, what I've been doing? I've been supporting a lot of people on Patreon. And in total, and I'll put it this way, it's almost close to the triple digits, if you will, in the support. But right now, I can afford it. Right now, I can afford it. Like I'm sure a lot of us can afford it, for the time being. But when the time comes when maybe I can't afford it, then yes, I'm going to have to downgrade or basically remove myself from supporting that Patreon. But for right now, I'm at that point where I'm basically affordable enough. Well, I'm not affordable, but I can afford, I should say, enough to support these people. So yeah, if I'm willing to do that, then I'm just asking if you guys will be willing to do at least $1 or $3. It's not going to hurt your bank if you want to do that. Again, it's something that financially can help me get through the summer besides like everything else that's going on with not just me, but everybody else. So yeah, just wanted to come out here though and let you know where you can find me and help me out financially. And that's all I'm going to say, guys. So I hope you all have a safe and happy 4th of July. And in case you're wondering, this is being filmed on June 11th, 2021. This is one of these videos that's been filmed in advance because of the fact that my mom is off for summer break. So again, check me out at these various locations. It'll help me out tremendously, guys. I really would appreciate the support. And thank you all for supporting this channel. It really helps me out in a big, big way, especially during certain seasonal breaks. I mean, during Christmas, I had a huge jump, financially, montage-wise and all that. So, again, help me out with this channel. Help me out with Brian's Discussions channel. Help me out by supporting me at the various locations I just talked about, Patreon and Anchor.fm. And I will talk to y'all later. Again, have a safe, happy 4th of July. I am out.